Oh, hi there, Team Ozone. So, yeah, it's been a while, but I just wanted to wait because, not really sure. I wasn't really a big fan of the news that was out at the time, but now there's actually news that I care about, so let's get all this news I don't really care about out first, and then we'll go to the part that I care about. So, Mewtwo apparently has a brand new form, which if you haven't seen the trailer on Pokemon's official channel, it shows him clearly, well, the Japanese Pokemon site's official channel, it shows the Pokemon known as Mewtwo clearly transforming into something else, which, let's just call it Eclair form, because that's kind of what it was captioned, but they're totally denying it, and they're saying it's a brand new Pokemon, even though you see it in the trailer, it clearly transforms. Maybe they'll have it as a separate Pokemon in the games, but that would be kind of stupid when you show it in the trailer, transforming from Mewtwo, blinky blinky lights, and then this thing, which is apparently Eclair form. And no, it's not a pastry. If you look up Eclair, then space coating, you might get a hint as to what they were going for when calling it Eclair form, because I'll just spell it out, by the way. Capital E-C-L-A-I-R. That's Eclair. So, Eclair is apparently a code that's used for decoding. At least that's what I could figure out from the minuscule wiki of it. So maybe he decoded his genetic structure and then rebuilt himself better and is more powerful in a certain way in this mode. That's just a speculation guess, which is just based off just one name that was associated with him from Japan. But other than that, we know that Mewtwo has a brand new form. I don't like it just because I'm like that, but that's my opinion. I'd love to hear yours on news that's weeks old that nobody really cares about. Next article. Oh boy, it's a new issue of Coro magazine. So yeah, there's been some new scans of Coro, and there's Pokedex entries for Fennekin, Chespin, and Froakie. So I guess I'll just read the most important parts of that. Froakie can jump over a 3-story building, which that's pretty big. I haven't seen a normal frog do that ever and survive. It also uses its bubbles to slow and trap some enemies. That's cool. And Fennekin, nothing really important there, except for the fact that its flame skin you have to reach. I think it's 200 Celsius? No, that's not right. 200 Celsius is a lot. I think it's 200 degrees Fahrenheit, so there's that. And Chespin has a hard shell, and if you look in the corner of the little magazine scan, which I should be zoomed in on, you can see that it actually knows Rollout, which is a pretty cool attack. I'm guessing maybe it turns into a rock grass or a rock ground or something like that. Rock ground. I meant grass ground, like, you know, Torterra. Alright, so in addition to us knowing the Pokedex entries of Pokemon that we already knew and that kind of doesn't matter, this is a brand new thing. There's 4 brand new Pokemon, so I'll just go over them in order. There's Yancham, which I think sounds like Yamcha, but it's Yanchamu or Yanchamu. Whatever, it's got Yamcha in its name, so personally I think it's not going to be as great as people think it will be, but everyone else is like, oh, this is the greatest thing ever, throw money at screen. Anyways, it's a panda, the naughty Pokemon, and it is apparently pure fighting. I'm pretty sure it's going to get some kind of weird dual typing later on. And it has the unique move, Parting Remark. I'll go over that later. Next Pokemon is Yayakoma, or Yayakoma. I'm not entirely sure. It's the bird, the little bird thing. It is the Robin Pokemon, and it is a normal flying type Pokemon. It knows Flame Charge, which you already know what it does if you played last generation. I think this is a thing. Oh, it looks awesome. I hope it turns out something like Robin from Batman. If it doesn't, if it's just another bit of, I'm going to shit on its face. And the next Pokemon is Elikiteru, which is kind of like Elikid, but whatever. It is a lizard, an electric normal lizard, and it learns a brand new move as well. Parabola charge, or parabola charge, which if you remember back to math class, a parabola is basically how you throw a football or anything that you throw up at an angle. It goes up and gets really far from you, and then it goes down. So basically, a frowny face is a parabola. Yay, math! I don't remember any of that. And actually, I'm going to explain that attack later. I just wanted to make the math reference. And the last Pokemon, which is the I'd say most important, is Gogoat, which is a goat. Obviously, you can see that on the screen. And it's known as the Ride Pokemon, a pure grass type Pokemon. It learns the attack Horn Leech, which it's a decent attack. You guys already know it's from Salzbuck. But the really cool thing about this Pokemon, Gogoat, the little grassy dude, It's not that little, but still, the unique part is you're seeing riding on it. So either it's like a variant of your bike, maybe you get a bike, but you can choose to ride on this guy instead if you have him in your party, or maybe there's a brand new HM that you can just ride on a certain Pokemon, like a Tauros or a Buffalant, anything that would allow you to ride upon it. Or maybe, you know what, it's just one thing in the game. You just go push A, it's yes or no, you hit yes, and then you travel across this little city, and it's like a tour of the city. I'm not sure what it is. There's a lot of speculation. I'm gonna bet it's either an HM or just a replacement for your bike. Actually, I'm hoping for either of those, that it's just, it's an HM or a replacement for your bike. Because if it's just, oh, hey, you get to ride in this one town once, and that's just, you know, one thing that we wanted to show off because it's a one-time thing, doesn't really matter. But it still matters. I'm not going to be happy, but, yeah, that's about that for riding goats. Alright, so we have 2 brand new Pokemon attacks, which we are obviously going to go over. We are going to go over them. So there's Parabola Charge, which I will just never be able to pronounce right. It's actually, according to pldh.net, which is where I get most of the sprites that I make sprite fusions for, which I really don't do anymore, but I probably should get back into. According to them, Parabola Charge is like Mega Drain or Giga Drain, either one, for electric types. So I guess that's kind of cool if it's true. I can kind of see that working. Like they would send a discharge to the opponent and then it would fly back through the sky to you to charge you or something like that. And the other attack that Yancham would have, Yamcha. I'm going to call him Yamcha because I just associate the two. And until he is proven to be an amazing Pokemon, I'm just calling him Yamcha. Yamcha, who's the fighting type Panda Bear, his attack is Parting Remark, which is really weird. It swaps out the enemy, but it does a status decrease either to the enemy or you. A lot of people are speculating that it's to the enemy, and that way that status decrease is not going to go away. So let's say it decreases your attack and switches you out. So next time you come in, you're going to come in with decreased attack. That would be pretty cool and creative. I mean, that's a whole new spin on a lot of battles. Like, that's Intimidate upon switching in for the enemy. It hits them. They get intimidated. So that way, you know, if they're ever going to switch in, you can just do this and then they switch in again and they'll have less attack. But I'm not sure if it's permanent for the entire battle or, you know, that's a whole new can of worms. The more logical, not logical, the more conservative, as in old school way of thought for that would be, it just decreases your stat, but it makes it so the enemy goes away, and that's that. I think the logic behind that would be is it doesn't go last like Roar or Whirlwind, but instead it will go normal speed, so it won't take from your speed, but it'll decrease your defenses or something. So if a Pokemon switches in with Quick Attack, you've gotten your defenses down to crap from using that over and over again, then yeah, you're probably screwed. But then it balances it out because it goes according to your speed. So if you're really fast, you can knock the opponent back and then, you know, eventually get taken out by Quick Attack or something like that. Or, on the other hand, it just switches the opponent out and reduces their stat, in which case I don't really see a downside to that except for maybe it goes last, like, in which case I guess you could take a Focus Punch or something that would OKO you. But either way, Parting Remark is very, very cool sounding, and I'm hoping Game Freak doesn't butcher it. Like, this is a lot of speculation, but we all know it's going to have something to do with switching, so I really hope it's not just a U-turn for fighting type Pokemon, even though, now that I think about it, that seems very, very logical. This next part is my favorite, because look at the Pokedex in the corner. You see that Pokedex? The thing with the Pokedex is, it's like a little shard of, not a shard of glass, it's like an iPod or an iPad, whatever. When it's open, it's wide and the red pieces are far apart, and there's a major glass screen for you to see all kinds of things on. A lot of people are speculating that it's going to use a lot of the 3D features, so you get to see 3D models, which I'm like, yeah, that's totally good. Like, why wouldn't that happen? That is logical. That's probably what's going to happen. And it's very holographic looking, and it seems like that glass is going to display everything. If Pokemon was actually real, I would worry if it would smudge, but that's not a big deal since it's just all in your 3DS. And when it's closed, it looks like a littler version of itself, and it apparently has a little slice of glass in the middle that sticks out regardless of whether it's open or closed. That is so cool! Like, you know, I hated on the the Generation 5 Pokedex is because they look just like frigging Digivices from whichever season had Shine Greymon in it, but this is totally original. Probably because the new Digimon hasn't been announced yet. But still, it's pretty original. Next off, we've got the region. You know, the most important, one of the most important things. It's apparently the Kalos or Karos region. The reason for having either Kalos or Karos is because so many sites reported on either Kalos or Karos. I couldn't figure which one was true or not, because in English, the L is L, but in Japanese, the L is usually an R. So I'm not sure which one it is. If it's going by the Japanese pronunciation, I guess it would be Karos, and if it's English, then it would be Kalos. Either way, it's Kalos. Which, by the way, it's based on France, because everyone already predicted that, and everybody knew that, because there's a giant Eiffel Tower in the main town, which you start out in, which is Mayari City. So basically, it's spelled M-I-A-R-E, but it's pronounced M-Y-A-R-E-E City. So that, at least that's what I believe it's pronounced as. So Mayari City. Yay, Mayari City. And also you can see the region, the entire region. It's a very, 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 very terrible picture because it's low quality and the scan can't get everything. But I'm gonna zoom in a little bit, or try to. By the girl in the scan, which is, by the way, the main character. The female protagonist, you can kind of zoom in on that, but you can't really see the full region. And finally, look at the bottom. You can decide the shade of your skin in this game. I can't say it's about time, because I never really gave a crap about anything such as appearance in Pokemon games. I mean, that's basically, it doesn't matter what you are or who you are, it's what you do with what you are. That's basically what Mewtwo taught us at the end of the movie, the first movie ever. But anyways, you can be black, you can be white, you can be pale, it's personal preference. I think I will become a black chick in this game, just because why the f not? I gotta censor that. If that was censored, yeah, you know that's the F word. Anyways, besides being able to decide on your character's skin, the game covers, they're out! Ah! And since this is an international release, as in everybody gets the game at the same day, I'm pretty darn sure this is the game cover. Now, it is a little blurry. I'm sure somebody will just redo the art and make it look official and stuff, but they gave us the game cover in the corner. Usually I have to wait for, like, ever for that. Also, you know that guy who did the original 493 wallpapers where it would show the Pokemon, but basically it's a really minimalized giant wallpaper screen thing? He made 4 for all the little new Pokemons. I just can't say it. I don't know. You should probably go thank him on Twitter. His Twitter username is @TOPPEHATTE. I can't pronounce that. It sounds like Top Hat, but it's probably not. And everyone's like looking in the corner. There's like, oh, is this the new end in the corner? No, the translation says Last Rika would like to battle. So I'm assuming Last is a trainer class type and Rika is just a generic name, even though it sounds really awesome. So I'm just gonna guess that a lot of trainers get this little whole face thing where it says this person would like to battle, and I'm hoping it doesn't take too long, because that would just prolong the game really needlessly. But if she is a special character, that's cool. If she isn't, that's still cool, because then people get cutscenes and stuff. But I'm pretty darn sure, since it says Last and that's been a trainer type in the past, that might just make her a generic trainer. Anyways, that is it. Also, Genesect and Mewtwo and the new Mewtwo form and those little things that are like e-readers in Japan where you put in the Pokemon disc thing and it'll scan, and it's totally not a total waste of money. Okay, it's a total waste of money, but still. That about wraps it up for today. Hope you had a wonderful Monday. If this isn't up on Monday, then blame YouTube. Anyways, remember to subscribe for more PokeNews. We don't always get the news first, but if it's significant and something relevant, we'll probably try and get the most important bits of it and not get the speculation bullcrap. I mean, I speculated a hell of a lot in this video, but I'm not saying any of my speculation is true. This is all speculation. But what is true is, there's 4 new Pokemon, brand new region, which we already knew, but now we got the region's name. And you can be black in Pokemon! You can be the strong, independent black woman. That's all that should matter to you. Leave a like, subscribe, and get out! Also, question of the day is, how black are you gonna be? No. The question of the day is, what of the 4 Pokemon that we mentioned here today, the brand new ones, which one is your favorite? Personally, I'm gonna say I go with the electric gecko thing. It's like, Normal electric hasn't been done before. I mean, you'd think Mareep would be normal electric, but whatever. This guy, I got a feeling he's gonna evolve like 3 times. If not, or not 3 times, 2 more times, but still, that's it. Bye!